A botched scientific experiment 15 years ago gave rise to the breed of sentient apes, but it also wiped out most of humanity with a virus known as the simian flu. The last remaining humans battled to cohabit with Caesar's new ape civilization. However, conflict eventually erupted when Koba, a rebellious ape, launched a vindictive attack against the humans. The humans alerted the military base in the north, where the remnants of the US Army were gathering about the situation. To destroy the apes, a ruthless Special Forces colonel and his seasoned unit were sent. As the war rages on, Caesar is set to organize the struggle from the covered command station in the woods after eluding capture of the previous 2 years. Let's see what happened in the War of the Planet of the Apes. Welcome to Movie Spotlight. With the ape named Red and the other apes disparagingly referred to as donkeys working for the militia, the Alpha Omega human militia searches for Caesar's ape colony 2 years after the San Francisco conflict. A platoon attacks an ape outpost. Only a few assailants survive due to monkeys' resistance. Red manages to escape winter, while the apes free the human survivors to want peace. Blue Eyes, the eldest son of Caesar, and Rocket, Caesar's friend, returned from their expedition with the news of an oasis, a safer place for the colony to call home. The colonel of the militia leads a group that breaks into the colony and murders Cornelia and Blue Eyes because they believe him to be Caesar. Caesar's younger son Cornelius makes it through the assault. Caesar sends all the apes to Oasis as soon as possible, including Cornelius. But decoys Caesar, Rocket, Maurice, and Luca accompany the clan on its trek to the Oasis. In self-defense, Caesar shoots a militiaman and discovers his silent daughter, whom Maurice makes friends with by giving her a rag toy. When the group finds Winter, he confesses that he has revealed where the colony was in return for his life. Winter reports that the colonel is moving north, but when he tries to warn the militia, Caesar murders him. Caesar's party finds dead troops on their route to the colonel, and one of the injured survivors confesses that he is silent, just like the girl. When Caesar's group tracks down the person who stole one of their horses, they discover that the culprit is Bad Ape, another clever ape. According to Bad Ape, it originated from a zoo a long time ago, and no other apes remain alive because humans murdered them all as the apes became more intelligent and the human species became sick. Bad Ape leads them to the quarantine facility in the mountains that was formerly a weapons store. When a human patrol approaches, it murders Luca. Caesar decides to go to the military zone to confront the colonel. There, he discovers that his tribe has also been taken prisoner and forced to construct a wall. In the final moments, Caesar has a chance to speak with the other apes, and during that conversation, he learns that apes are being captured and made to labor for the colonel. The ape dies and the Red has Caesar imprisoned. Caesar surmises that the purpose of the militia's barricades is to repel outside armed forces. Caesar was targeted and evidenced when he was hauled before the colonel. Caesar is brought to the apes' prison by colonel. The apes are forced to labor the following day by the soldiers without food or drink since their arrival. As the apes grow weary of their labor, Caesar notices that they have been severely maltreated and demands the colonel feed them so they can continue. Consequently, the colonel threatens the apes with Caesar. If they don't return to their duties, he will kill Caesar. The apes resume their labor to save Caesar. From a distance, Rocket, Maurice, and Bad Ape observe everything. Colonel and Caesar meet that same evening. Caesar briefs the colonel of its findings. It claims it could see their men getting ready for battle and that the soldiers arriving here will not fight beside him but wage war on him. Considering that he killed humans because something was wrong with him, he is acting against his kind. The colonel, according to Caesar, has no mercy. According to the colonel, a mutation in the simian flu virus has caused infected individuals to regress psychologically to the level of primitive animals. He disagreed with his superiors who were still looking for a cure and ordered his soldiers to murder any carriers before they could kill others. He even killed his son who was infected with the flu. To make the tribe labor, Colonel provides food to the apes the next day, but Caesar is starved and subjected to torment. Rocket and Maurice discover an underground path that leads straight beneath the apes' enclosure. The mute girl Noah enters the institution and feeds Caesar by collecting the apes' food from the other apes. To keep Noah from seeing, Rocket lets himself be taken prisoner so that he and Caesar can devise an escape strategy. Subsequently, the doll that Noah had left for Caesar was taken by the colonel the next morning. Heading the war from their cages, apes calculate their footsteps and inform Caesar, and he informs Maurice. With a computed footstep distance, Maurice and Bad Ape make a hole in each surface of the cages. Rocket and Caesar move the young apes to the other side as the water begins to fill the underground and cannot reach the opening on the surface. An underground entrance allows the other apes to escape. When the armed force shows up, they assault the building. Caesar, in the meantime, breaks into the colonel's cabin to murder him, only to find that the colonel has already lost his hearing due to handling the doll. Caesar lets the colonel kill himself because he is unwilling to murder the colonel. The military and militia are engaged in combat, trapping the fleeing apes in the crossfire. One of the militia men, Caesar freed Preacher, shoots Caesar when he tries to blow up a fuel tank to ambush the militia from behind. Brett loses consciousness at the sight of apes being shot and killed, and he murders Preacher before being put to death by a different militiaman. Caesar causes an avalanche that buries the facility and the military after blowing up the fuel tank and fleeing the area. Soldiers from the north reach the military zone and find the colonel and his troops dead, celebrating their victory. They find Caesar there and point to shoot him. Soon soldiers were swept to death by an avalanche, and Caesar, Noah, and the apes escaped the avalanche by climbing on trees. The apes then depart from the facility and go to the oasis. Maurice finds Caesar's wound as the apes and Noah arrive at the oasis, and he assures Cornelius that he will know who Caesar is and what he did for the apes.